Welcome to Luis TV. So, Gwendolyn has been really stressed out. She works so much. Honestly, I don't know how she does it. All she does is work and goes to school and puts up with me. So, I brought her somewhere so she can relax. No, I didn't bring her to just look at a store or to pose in front of wings. I brought her here.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the beach.
When was the last time you went to the beach?
December.
That's right.
December 24 in Nayarit.
Nayarit, Mexico.
Now we're here, Los Angeles. I have never been here before.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
I felt like I had a different idea about Los Angeles.
I couldn't come this close to the ocean and not get in it. Here we go. Pacific waters, they're always chilly. Try not to freeze to death. That's not gonna happen. The water's cold. Whew. Okay, we just gotta go in. We can't. Okay, that was colder than I thought it was gonna be. You know, it wasn't as cold as I thought it was gonna be. First, it felt really cold. A minute later, I was acclimated to the temperature already. Yeah, not everywhere can be the Caribbean. It's nighttime and we are camping on the beach just south of San Luis Obispo. It's kind of cool. It's sleeping next to the ocean. That sound is gonna be perfect for sleeping, but I wish we would have made it before the sunset. It's just beautiful, but actually I had to laugh earlier. There's camping here on the beach and there's a bunch of kids like partying, just listening to music, hanging out by a fire. 20 years ago, I would have been like, oh, this is great. I love it. But I walked in here and I was just like, God damn it, when are those kids gonna go to sleep? I want quiet. I don't want to hear no music. I'm not a teenager anymore. Well, thank God for the full moon tonight. Man, what a difference between the GoPro and the Canon in low light. Good morning from the beach. Sleeping with that sound in the background. Wow, so good. All right, let's continue. See what other kinds of things we can see.
We are in Los Padres National Forest, California. We are driving through the coast. Right now, we are observing whales feeding each other.
Well, there's a pod of whales right there feeding on a school of fish. I wish I could get closer. They're not eating kelp, they're eating fish.
No, they are not. They're vegetarian.
They're vegetarian. Pacific Coast Highway. Is there a cooler road in this country? I submit that there is not. This is the coastline near Big Sur. The Esalen people lived in the Big Sur region for thousands of years before the Europeans came to California. They're still around here and are part of the reawakening of the native languages and art in this area. Alright, we made a little stop in Monterey, and what a cool town this is. Look at this bay that I'm in. Here we have Gwendolyn trying to sneak onto a flock of geese. Take a picture. The geese don't even know she's there. She's perfectly camouflaged. The geese just see her as one of their own. So, what's a visit to San Jose without coming to a Boba tea club? Look at this place. It's full of people.
People out the door.
There's people out the door trying to get in here. Welcome to Luis TV. We are at the Golden Gate Bridge. I've never walked this bridge before. What a better opportunity. Gwendolyn's never been here before, right? This is your first time?
No, I've been here several times.
And cut! Gwendolyn's been here several times, but she's never walked it before. Wait, have you walked it before?
I have walked it before.
And cut! I've never walked this bridge before. Gwendolyn has walked it a bunch of times before. Let's go look at it. This bridge was built in the 1930s. The bridge is a very iconic Art Deco suspension design, and its orange color was originally intended to be just the primer. The Navy actually lobbied to paint this bridge blue and yellow for visibility, but when all the steel arrived primered in this orange color, the designers decided, no, it's visible enough, and they left it that color. That initial primer was made with a lead-based paint. It was 2/3 lead by weight. After the bridge was completed, it was basically toxic to humans, okay? Now we know how dangerous lead actually is. In 1967, I think, efforts went underway to remove all the lead paint from this bridge and replace it with a zinc-based paint. That took 30 years to do. That's how large this bridge is. The project didn't finish until 1995, and it's still orange. This is the geometric center of the bridge, and the suspension cable is right there and it's reach.
The good thing about being here is that we can also see history. We can see that two communities get together. The bridge actually provides that. But I would like to don't forget that 11 people died in the construction of this built bridge. And also Mexican, Chinese, and other Native Americans were forced to work for free to build this bridge. And also 3 tribes were wiped out after the construction of this bridge. It's amazing. We can be here, we can enjoy, we can see how beautiful it is, but let's don't forget history and honor the tribes that are no longer here. I don't know how to pronounce them, but I will say like Miwok, Maidu, and Nisenan that are no longer habited in this land.
And now on another episode of Gwendolyn Does Yoga, walking back from the middle of the bridge, and Gwendolyn's trying to tell me a joke about Alcatraz, and I'm not getting what she's saying because she's winking at me to signal me that she's joking, but she's wearing sunglasses. I couldn't see the wink. We had bad communication just now. And welcome to Lombard Street. I think this is the curviest street in the United States. We couldn't pass through here and not come look at it. Another episode of Gwendolyn Does Yoga. This place. Wow. welcome from Fairfax, California, the birthplace of mountain biking. It's a cool little town. I didn't know it had significance to a sport that I love. This is where mountain biking was born. They even have public pianos to play, but the sustain pedal is broken on that one. That's no good. Look at this vintage coffee roaster here. This is cool. I bet you they still use this. Steam powered. And there's a little redwood grove here in Fairfax. Tiny little redwood grove. These are young trees. These trees live thousands of years. In the town where mountain biking was born, you find stuff like this. Look at the size of that bike. That's like something Dikembe Mutombo would ride. Wow, look at that. I don't know, maybe a little too small for Dikembe Mutombo. Maybe Shaq could ride this. Seriously, I'm like... Okay, there's some shenanigans going down here. Welcome to Luis TV. We are at Sequoia National Park. Boy, I tell you what, this place is incredible. There's nothing better than being out in nature, enjoying the largest living organisms on the planet, the sequoias. The abundance of food in this area attracted a lot of the indigenous population here. They would grind their corn and other grains here on these stones that I'm standing on. And look at this. See all these holes? These were all used by the native populations around here to grind their grain. And look at that. This whole rock is covered on them. A lot of food was prepared here. Well, we haven't been walking 10 minutes and we already ran into a very cool deer. Yeah, let us come pretty close, or it came pretty close to us, because we weren't trying to chase it. Good start to the day. So these giants are actually not quite safe at the moment. The big ones are relatively safe, but the small ones, high heat and air pollution are affecting the small seedlings. That's a problem because the national parks can't really protect them against that. So besides being amazing, by the way, we're inside one of the tree trunks that has fallen, but besides being incredibly enormous, as you can see, I'm not in a cave. I'm inside a tree. The wood is very resistant to decay, and some of these trees will last centuries on the forest floor, sometimes even thousands of years. The wood is incredibly resistant to decay, and this is an example of one of them. Like I said, I'm not in a cave, I'm inside a tree. There's a picture of this tree right at the front as you come in from 1900. It basically looks the same as it does now. Seems no time limit for the lifespan of one of these. Big ones are thousands of years old, and even when they die and fall off, they may last another 1,000 years on the forest floor. I bet you there's some pieces of wood out here in this forest that were around before the pyramids were constructed, and I bet you there's a couple of these trees were around pyramids were brand new. Just the time scale is just incomprehensible. Can't wrap your head around how long some of these trees have been here. Civilizations have come and gone, and these trees remain. Early explorers had told stories of giant trees around here, and no one would believe them. In 1875, one of these trees was cut down. It took 9 men like 6 days to cut through it, and they left a stump right over there, just 16 feet in diameter, and they took it to an exhibit in Philadelphia to prove to the world that the giant trees are real. And still, with the tree stump, no one would believe them. They called the exhibit the California hoax. Now, you know, the funny thing is that the native populations were well aware of the giant trees. It was just like the colonists didn't believe these things existed. this filming, I just measured roughly 44-foot circumference. And that's a small one. That's a tiny one. The big ones, like the Grant tree, you can't even touch that one. That one's fenced off. We're gonna go see that in a minute. So we're right next to this giant. This is a big one. There's a cave right there. As impressive as the first one, or I think even more impressive. Look at the size of that. That is the bottom of a sequoia, and there's a hole in the center, another cave.
Majestic.
It's incredible that the GoPro can get the whole thing. It's enormous. Let's go through this thing. Again, I'm not in a cave. I'm inside a tree. A very, very big tree. I can't even touch the ceiling. Very slippy. Inside that, a tree that was no doubt at least a millennia old before it fell, and who knows how long it's been on the ground. Apparently they can last up to 1,000 years on the forest floor. The Grant tree, massive tree trunk, makes it the third largest tree in the world by volume. And at 40 feet in diameter at ground level, it is the world's widest known sequoia. But it's not the oldest. In fact, it's 1,500 years younger than the oldest known sequoia. This one is actually 1,700 years old. If all the carbon in this tree was fuel for a car that got 25 miles per gallon, you could drive around the earth 350 times without refueling. That is how massive this tree is.
It is the widest known sequoia.
The oldest known sequoia is actually estimated to be around 3,200 years old. Amazing. So we're done hiking. We're going back to our tent, and me and Wen decided to the bathroom and wash our hands and stuff like that. And Wen says, "Hey, is there any soap in the men's bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a dispenser here full of soap." And she's like, "Can I come over?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's nobody here." So she comes over and gets soap and washes her hand in the men's bathroom. And then we left, and we came to the realization that there is no soap in the women's bathroom, because women go to the bathroom and they wash their hands with soap. Men go to the bathroom and they don't wash their hands with soap. That's why there's still soap in the men's bathroom. Oh my God, men are gross.
Cochinos.
Cochinos. Okay, this is not ideal. We're eating inside the car at our campsite. We tried being outside a second ago, and there's thousands of mosquitoes out there just biting us. So we were like, no, we're eating inside the car. And here we are.
A sandwich.
How's the camp dinner? Inside the camp car.
I mean, it's very campy.
Just a couple more feet. Ah, gimme. Welcome to Luis TV. We are about to take a dip in the pool. Gimme. Did you learn how to swim today? Well, we were trying to come down to the lake shore, but it's a cliff. Can't go past this thing now. Spoke too soon. There's actually a way down, so let's go touch the lake. I know it's sleeping on the floor, but there's just something cool about going camping next to a lake. I love it. All right, let's pack it up and continue some shenanigans. Well, We wanted to go swimming this morning and the pool is closed. So we're gonna have to find other shenanigans to do. Wah. All right, we are in Solvang. This is a town just north of Santa Barbara it's not a Danish town, but it's a Danish style town. Everything is got a Dutch flair to it. Well, so we're walking around Solvang and who knew? Let's go see what it looks like. Is it closed?
It's closed.
We came on the wrong day. It's only open on the weekends, and that's kind of a bummer because there's some really nice stuff in here.
Can you see?
Oh, wow.
The purple one.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's like a really cool scooter, but it's really long. Chula! Chula bebé! Chula bebé! Chula bebé!
Hi, Chuchu. Oh, my God. Hi, Chuchu. Oh.
Hi, baby! We miss you!
Chuchu.
How was your trip?
Chuchu. Oh, my God, Chuchu. Oh, Chuchu. Okay. There's nothing more heartwarming than the way Chula receives us every time. Look at that. And cut.